I'll be honest. I've been dreading this moment. I have been dreading this moment ever since they dropped the first teaser and the character posters. 50 Cent and his ridiculous looking haircut. Uh, Toy Bison. I just wasn't impressed. But you know what? Forget it. Forget it. I'm going into this with an open mind. I've been wrong before. It can't possibly be worse than Jean-Claude Van Damme's Street Fighter. Uh, that had its charm. So maybe if they sort of lean in that direction, it could potentially work. So I'm just gonna go in with an open mind and see what they have to offer. So the first trailer for Street Fighter, let's check it out. I mean, they have to give them credit. They have the outfits and the visuals look okay. DMX? Oh, they got okay. All right, so leaning more into the tournament aspect of it.
You're not a warrior anymore. You're a sideshow.
God, he's doing the MTV thing.
This is your shot at redemption.
But he's now a washed-up fighter.
Were you gonna show?
I can get through this. I can get through this. All right, Chun-Li.
Maybe it's Ken's turn to be champion.
They're sidelining Ryu. Born on Blondes. Okay.
I'm paid to find champions.
Zangief, alright. They have the characters and for the most part they look okay. But it's the tone that is throwing me off. Why is Ken singing What's Up? Alright, so clearly they've not been in touch for a while.
Still reckless. Sit down.
Alright, some conflict between the two.
Tournament is not what it seems. We have to be ready.
What have they done to my boy Ken? Alright. That was him.
Everyone keeps going on about your thighs. I don't see what the big deal is.
Okay.
Bitch, please.
We can get through this. Okay.
That was some abracadabra shit.
Wasn't expecting to see a Kuma.
I'm positive that a fireball came out of Ryu.
Go it, Ryu!
That was far from perfect. Deep breaths. The trailer. What were the positives? All right. I'm really struggling, but I'm trying here. All right. They've done some decent casting. I think Ryu and Ken look. They look okay. They look good. They're sort of doing a post-tournament storyline, I suppose, where some time has passed and the two have sort of disconnected over time and they're trying to reconnect. Obviously Ken has sort of embraced the show business side of things and he's behaving like an influencer. This feels like a modern interpretation of what Street Fighter is. Right? Ryu and Ken were, seeking to be the best fighters in the world. It was something that it was something honorable that they were trying to accomplish. Guile was a U.S. Air Force officer. Cammy was with the British Armed Forces, and Chun-Li was in Interpol. They had they had very real and serious stakes to the characters in the games, and I know this argument is coming up so often, especially with the recent Mario game, where the very lazy excuse being made is the games had no plot. When in truth, the games did have a plot, and there have been several adaptations from the games that have expanded on the plot and build and given these characters an arc, none of which is present in this trailer. I see none of it. Guile is comical instead of the stoic leader that everyone follows. He's a joke. The one element of it, and I'm sure this is an argument that a lot of people will make, is that people forget that the video game adaptations can be fun. You can have fun but still respect the material. That's what the games have done for decades. The games had those moments with comedic effect, but they still took the characters very seriously and what they were trying to achieve very seriously. Man, I'm sorry. This just looks like someone's typed a prompt into AI and asked them to spit out a movie for Streetfighter that would be accommodating to the modern audience. That's what it looks like. There even the quips with Cammy commenting on Chun-Li's thighs. How about you just show us her thighs and no one has to comment on it? I just don't get it. This is just the same Marvel humor, that modern humor. I'm not even sure I'm not even sure it's accurate to call it Marvel humor at this point. It's evolved beyond that. It's become its own thing because you can't get rid of it for some reason. So yeah, without a doubt, unfortunately, this has been a bit of a disappointing trailer for me. But what I will say is, if you truly want to experience a good Street Fighter adaptation, watch Street Fighter Assassin's Fist. Right, the film came out, I believe, around 2014, so it's been over a decade now, and it has a good story following Ken and Ryu through their training with their master, their encounter with Akuma, and how that plays out. It respects the source material and respects the characters. This does not. These video game adaptations, unfortunately, I think this is a taste of things to come. We've seen it happen again, as I said, with Mario. Same tone and feeling that you saw in the Mario film is the same thing here. It's just picking moments from the game, member berries, to get the audience intrigued, but with very little soul or respect to the material that it's actually drawing on. So you're going to see a lot of these coming out. I suspect Zelda will be the very same thing as well. Hollywood now has its eye on video game adaptations, and it's going to go the same direction that the film and the TV industry has, which is they will just take these things that people revere and love and have cherished for their entire lives, and they will bastardize it, to try to recreate it and present it in a modern form, which will simultaneously alienate the fans of the IP and be almost forgettable to the new audience that they're trying to cater to. This is not the way. Yeah, and again, as I said, watch Street Fighter Assassin's Fist. There are already examples of how to do these things right, but unfortunately Hollywood refuses to do it, and the end result is what we have here. So yeah, all right, everyone, that is it for the Street Fighter official trailer. Thanks very much for stopping by, and I will see you for the next one.